All right, welcome back to the SuperCoach Nuff channel. In this video, we're looking at the AFL Round 17 review. A bit of a slightly underwhelming week with 2,422, which has seen us slip back outside the top 10K, which is not ideal. And a couple of mistakes made, probably due to not having my ear too close to the ground, being away over in Europe for a couple of weeks. But we'll see if we can fix the damage this week and look at the side. Uh, just thanks, Colonel, for the win. And looking at the defence, very solid. Nick Dacos with a 139, averaging 123 for the year. So, what more can you say? He's got midfield status now, which is potentially handy. Tommy Stewart with a 124. That's why we got him in, is we know he can produce those results. Jordan Dawson, 127. Awesome. Jack Sinclair with a 96. You'd like a bit more, but that's fine. Will Day with a 107. So with Sicily back this week, it will be interesting to see if he can maintain. Um, and Josh Weddle with a 75. So that's pretty good returns from him too. Chincotta on the bench with 45. Bontempelli, so onto the midfield. Bont 123, solid as ever. We captained Dunkley to get the VC score this week, but didn't play with an ankle injury. Zach Merritt with a 136 is, he's doing awesome for us. Rory Laird with a 117, so he was initially my captain this week, but ended up being a good use of the VC loophole. Noah Anderson with a 131, so awesome return there from him. Sarong with a 90 and Tom Green with 73. So when we get less than 100 in the midfield, it's a bit disappointing. Will Ashcroft, so the reason we held him was for this game, and he delivered against the West Coast with the 148. No, Dunkley would have helped with that also. So potentially a good point of difference there for us. But then on the bench, we've got Clayton Oliver, who has been sort of delayed in his return by a few weeks. So it would have been good to use his money this week, but again, wasn't really paying that much attention. Callum Mills we brought in this week, and he got a 99 for us, which was nice. But I also put the emergency on Johnson. Um, I'll be honest, it was really a move just because I never actually saw how it worked when you had two emergencies in the same line. And as it turned out, I got Johnson's 34 over Mills's 99. So a little bit of a fail there, a rookie error. But I've never professed to be an expert in the AFL realm. So that cost me 60 points. Might have cost me, a few hundred overall ranks, but whatever. Timmy English with a 130 was awesome. And Kieran Briggs. So obviously the other sort of change you might notice is that Rowan Marshall's been traded out. So I was tossing up whether to trade Briggs or Marshall to free up that cash. And it was a bit of a toss of the coin sort of thing, but I thought I'd go with Briggs as the pot option. This week it didn't work out with Marshall getting, I think, a 140 odd against Melbourne. So, that's fine. Again, it's a bit of fun. So, you add those two mistakes add up to about 100 points, plus, whatever I could have got out of Oliver's money this week instead. But that's fine. Into the forward line, got Errol Goulden. So he was my vice captain this week and delivered with a 143. I'm pretty sure it was actually the highest in my team. So perfect use of the VC loophole there. Tim Taranto and Connor Rosie under 100, which is a bit disappointing, but they've been great all season, so no need to stress there. Darcy Cameron, so since coming back from his injury, he hasn't lit it up, which is a bit flat, but he provides ruck cover, so I'm not too worried there. And Sheezer with the 65 and Seamus Mitchell with the 55. So obviously missing Dunkley meant we had to play both. Um, Probably not ideal, but yeah, a bit more out of them would have been nice. Marriage with the 44 as well, I should have mentioned as my emergency. So, 4 trades to go. Obviously, not too many. But I think what we can do is we can actually finish the team this week. So, to do that, I'm going to trade out Oliver and also Weddle. And while I could just bring in the players I'm looking at straight in, I want to do a little bit of a DPP swing type action. So put Constable in the back line in the midfield. Swing Seamus back. And then we bring Dunkley back into the forwards where he belongs. So then the 2 players that I'm looking to bring in this week, and I'll go by average as the easiest way because they've both been out for a bit. James Sicily in the defensive line. So, he was always the target with the other sort of big 5 there. And then also the other play, it's a bit lower down the list, but Tuke Miller, he's back, and he was always, wanting to be part. I was always wanting him to be part of the team. We can't afford this week with obviously Oliver out for a week or a few weeks, so I think we pull the trigger on that now. And so then once it all balances out, I guess what that leaves us with is, Dunkley's there in the starting team. Brilliant. So yeah, so you can see we've pretty much got our finished side. So you've got Dacos, Sicily, Stewart, Dawson, Sinclair. Most people probably have those 5. We're going to have to go with Will Day. I think it's D6. Ultimately, being able to trade to Luke Ryan would be nice, but I think he's out of reach. Yeah, 587 and should probably only be going up in price. So that's fine. He's still averaging 95. Midfield, we've got Bont, Zerrett, Laird, Anderson, Sarong, Miller, Green, Ashcroft, and Mills. So, got some options there. And let's just remove that. Put it back here where it belongs. So, we've got, sort of coverage in the midfield, which is nice. And, got the opportunity to loop Mills' score if need be with, Constable there. And then the forward line. So, I guess the big 4 that most people have got. Darcy Cameron as our ruck swing cover, and Harry Sheasel, who we can sort of swing with Seamus Mitchell if we need cover there. So, if like Cameron moves to ruck. Actually, that's not going to work, is it? That's probably the one area that we might want to try and fix up. So maybe next week we'll burn the last couple of trades, and we've got some good money on Johnson, and probably Chincotta. So what's that, 500k? That could get us a pretty tidy backup, sort of mid forward, maybe cover. Have to do some research on that, but yeah, just having that nice extra sort of squad member, and then we should be able to cover injuries and the like that way, I think. Yeah, so that's how the team's shaping up in terms of VC and C this week. So very tempted to leave it on Goulden, but yeah, may need to look elsewhere because they're playing the Dogs. Melbourne, Brisbane. Yeah, so maybe it's something like Dacos on Saturday against Freo. And then Richmond. So who we got from them? Taranto. Yeah, it could be nice. Sicily against the Hawks, maybe. Dawson. Yeah. Oh, maybe what we'll do is go Goulden VC because he's always got that ceiling, and we'll just lock in Dacos on the C. Take the points there. All right. So yeah, that's how the team's shaping up. And as I said, we've got 2 trades that maybe for injuries. I guess more than likely what we'll do next week is use Johnson's money. See how much what's his break even? Oh, 84. He might lose a bit, but that's fine. So yeah, so there's about 600k tied up there. We should be able to get a nice little point of difference, probably forward mid. I think is what we're looking at because we can always swing Sheasel in the back line if needed. We might have another defender forward swinger as the sort of cash out option. Uh, but yeah, so we'll leave it at that. Just a short one, just to get back into the swing of things. But as always, let me know your thoughts on the team and the trades in the comments. Um, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content now that it's back. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.